Hello folks, welcome to this part 3, the Henry Ford. This is an old horse-drawn, self-raking reaper. Isn't that something? 1876. When these farmers got done, you know what they went and had for dinner? I'll show you. Except I bet you theirs they made themselves. Here is one of the few remaining original, and this is an original, Oscar Mayer Wienermobile here at the Henry Ford. Take a look at it from the other side. This one's from 1952, original. It's built on a Dodge chassis. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Okay, back in the day, before they had modern tractors, when they got away from using horse-drawn farm implements, they went to these steam engines. And this is a big steam engine tractor. It's just like the steam engine that you'd see on a locomotive. And you had to have engineer, firemen, meaning firemen in a train type background to run these. You can see the hot box right there. They shovel in the coal or the wood and everything else to run in this. Take a closer look. Okay, look at the tractor treads, all steel. Okay, right on those huge wheels. Here's the turning mechanism. They'd steer and you can see the front wheels. They actually have ribs. See them going around the wheel itself to help keep it in track. You can see this big hook in the front. They could hook these machines together and they could pull 2 or 3 hooked together. You could also pull backwards with them. There it is. Big old bulldog right there in the middle. It says between the bulldog's feet, it says Cheatham Talk. Cheatham Talk, I guess so. There you go. Here's one of the old school harvesters, also known as a combine today. And then you have the field preparation equipment back here. There's a drill right there. This is a planter. John Deere 7000. This is what Grandma must have went out and checked. Brought the lunch and everything. And hey, it is. Look at back there. It is. It's a little service wagon for the farm. They have their other Ford tractors. John Deere. Back behind me here, the real old stuff. Here's a little collection of dollhouses. Now, of course, this isn't my wheelhouse at all, but these are pretty cool. Especially all handmade. This one, handmade of hardwood. Looks like it may be the White House. It's Richmond Hill Model House. 1936 this was built. Wow. Behind us are the stove collections. I'm going to see here if there's a Kalamazoo stove here. Made in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Let's see once. Okay, here's their heating stoves and so forth from back in the day. A couple of their old light boxes up here on the top. I mean, lamps. They don't have a Kalamazoo stove here. That's just that's very, very funny that they wouldn't have one. They're high-end stoves, kind of like this one right here with all that nickel. Anyways, Kalamazoo Stove Company, I'm here. Too bad you're not. And of course, you're going to have the Pioneer kitchens. Of course, this has done a pretty darn nice Pioneer. All right. This is a little bit beyond Pioneers, if you ask me. But I'm just saying, I'm an old tent guy, right? A little bit more modern. Fireplace is gone. They have a stove. It's not a Kalamazoo, but it looks like them. Of course, coal bearing. There's a coal scuttle there on the floor next to it. Very collectible. Pump in the house. House I live in had one back in the day. Right here to take a look at this beautiful old steam engine. See the tractor seat right up here in the front. Okay. There's a drawbar down here below it too. I believe you could probably augment this with horses. It's the Westinghouse portable steam engine used to run apparatus and so forth out on the farms. Pretty cool. But right above it is a drone. Is a drone. How do you like that? Okay, the next stage of the kitchens. One like this, like a little gas stove over there. I'm sure there's an ironing board that folds away. Running water in the kitchen. Nice kitchen sink, kitchen table. There's the refrigerator right there. Yep. Inside of this cupboard, in the top side, was a metal hopper that you would store your flour in. And then when you needed flour, you put the container below there. You can see the sifter, and it has two little crank handles on it. One opens the hopper, and the other one you turn it, and it sifts the flour out into your container. That's a bake preparation table, and right into the oven you go. Here's where I guess we should have started this little tour. I kind of went bass-ackwards. Here's more of an authentic pioneer home. It's not a log cabin. They have quite a bit of brick instead of stone. Has a decent wood floor, open hearth. Just the way they had them. This is a nice one. There's a spinning wheel. Wow, that time of year too. Okay, here's a little more Art Deco. How do you like these items? Boy, look at that set right there. And it's funny because many of these are repops, reproductions. That's how famous Deco has gotten. Okay, here's where it all started. The assembly line of the Model T. Here's a Model T that is an exploded version showing all the different parts as they'd be put together, rolling down the assembly line. Right there's his assembly line. Couple different floors. You see the tires up there in the upper right. Everything moving down through. So they're rolling right off the end. Just like this. Beautiful picture of those large belt drives, central drives that we looked at in an earlier video that are driving all the machines down below. And here is one of the pump generators that we took a look at in the earlier video too, to help provide all that power. 1923 Model T touring car. The exploded Model T. Very, very cool. All right. Here is the Ingersoll milling machine, circa 1912. Wow. How do you like that? That's quite a mill. You got car parts moving along here on this trackway above us. They look like fenders from Model Ts. We have them going around all day long. Down here we have some casting markings. The Ingersoll Milling Machine Company. USA. Made in USA. A little bit more of the Ingersoll. Here's one of the mill heads. It's one of the cutting units right there. You can see those attached right here onto the heads. Yep. Here's a lathe down here. Nope, this is a cylinder grinder. Looked like a lathe. Same idea. The cylinder grinder, circa 1900. There you go. All right. Okay. I'm going to take a look at this DC-3 hanging here from the ceiling. Pretty cool. Nice example here. You can see how when they're in flight, the landing gear tuck right up there into those bays. Now they're fully retracted. They don't go any higher. See one of the exhausts right here too. They get red hot. Nighttime, these radial engines can really cook it up. Little radar unit right there. That was added on years later. The wings are still on the plane. You go right back through the wall here. Here's the tail. See what she says. Northwest Airlines. Flying the U.S. mail. There's the tail wheel. Yep. The tail is intact. The wings are as well. They were able to put the whole airplane in here. Pretty cool. All right. Okay, one little last look here around the heavy machinery department. Very impressive. Very, very impressive. Well worth the price to get in here just to see this machinery.